And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, as we welcome you to Pope Francis Preparatory School in Springfield, Mass., where today on Family Night here, neon theme for the student section set to arrive on site, but the Pope Francis Cardinals have a 4:30 date with the West Side Terriers. I'm Don Percy here, the voice of the Cardinals, bringing you live coverage here from Pope Prep in Springfield, as we are set for the second game of the season. Both of these two teams up 1-0 in their season. Pope Francis coming hot off of a 2-1 win versus Pittsfield, and Westside with a 3-1 win versus Agawam. In the Pope Francis game, those of you that may have missed, and we do apologize for the late start that had that game, but it was 2 goals, 30 seconds apart, by none other than the junior in his debut, Aiden Zenda. The question today, will he carry on his game goal streak, or does Westside shut him down and put an end to it here? Pope Francis working from right to left, and Westside working from left to right here, as we are just about set underway for the first of 2 games set to take place here, as sophomore goaltender Max Graham will get the start in net for the Cardinals, and Chris Zarelli, the senior netminder for the Terriers. And we've got a battle of the ages here. The reigning Western Mass Class B champions versus the reigning Western Mass Class A champions. It'll certainly be a fun one here. Westside starting out with the opening draw. Forward set up at the line, Gavin Grandmont, Carlos Vindes, Matt Walsh, and on the far side, Maratowski. For Westside up at the line, Izmir Isik, Brandon Barker, Caleb Eckelberg, and on the far side, Christian Baker, as we are set and underway here, live at Pope Francis. Something interesting about this Westside team is that a lot of repeats certainly here. Nearly half of their team and almost all of the starters here, the senior class. So ones that have won the Class A title with the past team. Pope looking to come out to a hot start here, as it was a little bit shaky in the second half here, as goaltender Max Graham could get tested here. Quick with the pressure, though, for the Terriers, Caleb Eckelberg, as Graham will look to clear that one out of harm's way. Working it back up the field, Matt Walsh, a far side pass over to Martowski, excuse me there. Martowski sends it out of play. Matt Walsh looking for a throw-in. I don't believe he will get one. But yes, a senior-filled roster here, making up the lineup. Half of it here, all upperclassmen. Only 2 sophomores in the lineup for starting. Other than that, Westside, to say the least, definitely has people to choose from as far as players they want to win this game here. Pope Francis in a little bit of the opposite scenario, nearly losing half of their team last year. Some of the great names, Nick Diaz, Andrew Ferreira, Ryan Davis, Ryan Vitavelli, and Sam Graham, all last year's seniors, as Max Graham will be tested all the way out, as we had Evan Bialis getting pushed forward by Terriers forward Jason Piacentini. Here as the student section slowly filing in. Neon was the theme, but it's looking like it could be a pink out so far. Terriers goaltender Zarelli. Westside looking to work it back up the zone. Piacentini, twin brothers here, 2 sets of twin brothers, Braden Barker and Christian Barker, Jason Piacentini and Teddy Piacentini, or rather brothers, I should say. Pope looking to get some offense going here, as we saw last year, last game, something that really did lack was the second half offensive pressure here with Pope Francis. It's toned down a little bit. Pittsfield had 1 goal that was pretty quick and early on, opening 6-7 minutes of the second half. Half for them, but unfortunately they would not be able to bury another goal. So, unfortunate for them, but good for Pope Francis. 2 quick goals out of the gates got them that victory, thanks courtesy of Aiden Zenda. As Martowski off to the sideline looking to get something going. Fialo trying to break up the pass, but instead of Andrew Jodis will take it back, and Westside will regain possession here. So this Terrier team, not only majority upperclassmen, not just in the lineup, but also on the roster, but also a astounding 14-3-5 record, not just in the MIAA Division II, but also in Western Mass Class A, as they would go through East Long Meadow with a 2-1 win in the opening round, followed by a 3-2 win versus Chog, and a 2-1 win to wrap it off versus Ludlow to secure the Western Mass Class A title. But unfortunately, they would meet their maker in the quarterfinals versus Oliver Ames School with a 1-0 loss in the Division II state tournament last year. But regardless, a really, really good record. Only 2 losses coming to Class A teams. A 4-2 loss versus Long Meadow and a 2-1 loss versus Minnechaug. So a solid season from them as they look to keep things going here, as they will have a date with Pope, one might say. 2 times the corner kick there, as it was Brandon Baker coming across the goal mound looking to head it in. Ball thrown in by Andrew Jodis on the far side, trying to lead the pass over for Braden Fitzgerald. But one thing certainly off the bat, this West Side offense is not going to give up, and they don't look to give up anytime soon. Matt Walsh, upfield, gives it off to Gavin Grandmont. Grandmont looking back for Walsh. Play broken up, though, by Ivan Kuznetsov. Grandmont looking to get a far side shot. No one there in the middle. That'll bury the rebound. Fiala fans on the shot. Jodis with a little bit of space. Trying to get a pass inside. Couldn't find a shooting lane. Fitzgerald trying to get the pass up, and Bialis will have to pass it back to Graham. Westside still immediate with the pressure, but Graham will fly that one far out of harm's way to the 40-yard line. I believe we do have a whistle here in favor of Westside. By Evan Bialis. Bialis looking to get things going up for Martowski, who's upended at the 30-yard line. Westside looking to come back the other way. Izmir Isik. Can't find a lane. Andrew Jodis will not let the ball roll out of bounds. Jodis looking to make a move upfield. Shot blocked out, though, by Isik. Carlos Vindez, a little step move there, trying to get to the middle, trying to head the ball in toward Gavin Grandmont, but that ball is sent high and wide out of play. As Terriers goaltender now looking to get the ball upfield. Senior Chris Zarelli. Zarelli looking upfield for Piacentini. Ball's trying to keep in play as it is. Fialo. Header over to Matt Walsh. Walsh, Martowski looking to get the ball upfield. Vindes looking to get something going there, but good defense by these Terrier teams so far. Vindas trying to get the pass over for Gavin Grandmont. Grandmont trying to make a move to the middle. Taking down the play, though. And Pope Francis looking for a call, but they won't get it here. Dante Sherbin going to keep it in at the 30-yard line. Vindas tripped up on the play again. Piacentini looking to get it upfield. Fitzgerald trying to get it out of harm's way as he's pressured on by Nathan Runand. As he headed that ball to the 30-yard line. And this will go back to Max Graham for Graham trying to hype up the crowd a little bit. Throwing his hands in the air. Goal kick all the way out to the 50-yard, or rather a 60-yard kick. Walsh playing it back to Martowski. Fialo trying to get it up for Walsh. Nothing would go there, though. So I'm trying to keep the ball in play here as it is sent out. Terriers looking in. Renandu looking upfield. I believe this will be a Pope throw-in. Yes, it will be. As Martowski set to hustle the ball. Andrew Jadis with the throw-in. Leaving it back for Braden Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald looking far. He's got Evan Bialis. Vindes upfield, couldn't handle the pass. Westside trying to get it back into play, regain possession, but nothing would go for them. Martowski upfield, trying to shake and bake his way around the middle of the zone. Ball sent all the way out. Could have been a pickoff by Gavin Grandmont. Vinny Sleeper, though, with the pass over for Grandmont. Good defensive play there, though, made by the Terriers as Christian Barker, senior defenseman, putting the defensive skills to work here so far. As this will be a save made here by senior goaltender Chris Zarelli. Zarelli now with the punt all the way out to the 40-yard line of the Pope O zone, or rather the Pope D zone. Ball picked up by Piacentini. Piacentini looking to make way into the Pope zone. Grandmont unable to handle the pass. Kuznetsov will bat it back into the Pope D zone. Grandmont's still trying to get it up, but his shot is denied. Ball sent back into the west side zone. Michael Zarelli sends it upfield. As Sherbin took down, I believe it was Caleb Eckelberg on the play. And direct kick here. It has the length, but I believe this could be well over. Or wait, no, was it? No, it was over the net. I thought it went in. It looks like it went in from here. Powerhouse of a shot by Michael Zarelli here from the 35-yard line. Looks like it went in from our end, but it did in fact go over the net. But wow, what a shot from Zarelli. And I think that's something that Pope Francis has got to be careful of here, is that with someone who can kick like Zarelli, you got to be worried about getting people to the net and creating traffic in front. Because a deflection past Max Graham is what could cost you this game. As we saw, it was a corner kick last year from the Norwell Clippers, a deflection in front, sending people to the middle, and that would be what ended the Pope Francis Cardinals season, as that game would go down 1-0. Norwell, I believe, would end up meeting their match in the quarterfinal round. Pass going to get all the way over for Carlos Vindes. Instead, it will be scooped up by Westside defense Ismir Isik. Pass sent all the way out of the zone now, so Andrew Jodis will regroup with possession here. Field. Barker for the Terriers trying to get the pass over for Renandu. So that is broken up by Pope Francis, so Westside will take it back the other way now. First opening 14 minutes of regulation here. Westside again with a kick here from the 40-yard line. This kick does have the length, so it could be a little bit of havoc for Max Graham in front. Header out, I believe it was by Brandon Barker. Jodis looking to clear it. Fitzgerald with the header. Trying to get the pass over for Martowski. Upfield for Carlos Vindes. Westside will play it back to goaltender Zarelli, Michael Zarelli. Westside looking to get something back going the other way. 25 minutes now remaining in the opening half of play. Michael Zarelli pass over to Ivan Kuznetsov as that ball is sent out of play. Vinny Sleeper handing the pass off for Dante Sherbin. Sherbin with the throw in now. We're going to get over to Carlos Vindes. Westside in a little bit of a scramble as to where they thought it was. Matt Walsh going to make a play with it now. Walsh over for Grandmont. Grandmont back for Carlos Vindes. Vindes couldn't fire the shot off as bodies in front blocked the shot. Westside looking to come back the other way. Here on a near partial break, it could be Eckelberg. Eckelberg leaves the pass off for Fialo. Fialo will clear that up the far sideline. Back to Martowski. Westside, though, trying to keep the ball in play, though it is sent out the far sideline. Throw in here, Vindes. Going to get it upfield for the Cardinals. Fialo upended by Westside forward Renandu. Fitzgerald back for Graham. Graham kick out to what was going to be Dante Sherbin before it was picked off by Eckelberg. Eckelberg corner kick here. Graham all the way out to play it as he makes a save there. And Max Graham stellar in net so far. A couple of big-time saves here for him to keep Pope Francis at a 0-0 knotted game. Vindes with the header looking to get it over for Matt Walsh before it is scooped up by senior goaltender Michael Zarelli. Zarelli with the punt all the way out to the 50-yard line. Sherbin looking to make a play happen there. Instead, Westside will cough the ball up for Evan Bialis. Rather, it will be passed back at the, I believe, 40-yard line. So, again, a good shot here from Michael Zarelli. Or rather, Chris Zarelli in that senior goaltender. Pardon me with that. Michael Zarelli right now at the 45-yard mark. And we've seen here Zarelli with a good kick here. Has the length to get on net. Graham all the way out to play it as he gets that one out of midair. So Graham with a good stop there, as I believe that is his 5th straight save. So a good job by him. Kick all the way out. Looking upfield for Carlos Vindes. Vindes trying to get a header on the ball. Vindes still up on the pressure as the ball is sent out now by Chris Zarelli. Westside will send that one out of play. So it'll be Andrew Jodis with the throw-in. Fitzgerald looking back downfield, trying to find Evan B. Alice. Instead, he'll send it up for a throw-in for Andrew Jadis. Sherbin upended there on the play. West Side coming back the other way with numbers. Barker upended by Sleeper, who's trying to break up the play. West Side picks the ball back up. Kuznetsov looking to get over there. Instead, it is kicked out here. Sherbin headed up by Grandmont. Grandmont looking to get it upfield for Carlos Vindez. Westside will probably just get this one out of harm's way. Yes, they will. Now before Walsh gets the play back in, Grandmont looking to get it upfield. Grandmont trying to shake and bake to the middle. Grandmont still with the ball, looking to fire a shot off. Finds Matt Walsh inside. Walsh with a little bit of a scoring opportunity here, could have had. Instead, the shot from the left side is deflected far. As we have seen here before in the past times, or rather last game here, Walsh with a good corner kick, sending bodies to the net and getting the deflection. Batted out of the air by Zarelli. Kick kept in by Sherbin. Sherbin looking to keep the pressure going. Walsh trying to handle the pass there as it'll be sent back for Dante Sherbin, who looks to keep it in the zone. Sherbin sends the ball out of play. And I believe this will be West Side possession. Or rather, no, it'll be Pope Francis, I believe. We have a yellow card on Brandon Baker here. As him and the ref are now having, or rather, him and the official are now having a chat. So Sherbin will take the throw-in. Rather, Baker with a warning so far. Walsh looking at an inside lane for a pass. Wouldn't go his way. Grandmont now with the throw-in. Off to Carlos Vindez. Vindez leaves the pass back for Sherbin. Sherbin trying to get it back for Grandmont. Ball sent out of play, though, on the pass back. Throw-in by West Side. Brandon Barker. Pass by Sherbin. Sent well out of play again. So West Side will regroup here. Ivan Kuznetsov with the throw-in. Ball sent out of play again. Sherbin looking to keep it in along the sidelines. Grandmont trying to make something happen again, though, out the sidelines. Westside continuing with their offensive pressure. Sherbin headed into Fitzgerald. Westside looking to make something happen here. Vinny Sleeper will clear this one out of harm's way. Ball thrown, or rather kicked in from the far side. A good chance there. Back on net. Walsh, I believe, headed and it may have hit his hand, but play will continue. Vindez pushed down on the play. As I believe we do have a call here from the officials. So Fitzgerald off for Bialis. Sherbin. Low for Gramont. Back for Carlos Vindez. Vindez looking to make a little spin move there. Trying to get it off to Walsh. Walsh, though, unable to handle the pass. That'll be sent out of play. As Ivan Kuznetsov with a good D-man play here in the zone. Student section slowly filing in here. As neon was the theme, but it's looking to more be like a pink out so far.
I see some yellow, some caution yellow. Yeah. Orange.
Throw in from Grandmont. Walsh looking up. Vindez trying to block the shot, but instead it'll be cleared once again. Michael Zarelli that time. So Dante Sherbin going to get a throw in. Sherbin down low for Walsh. Back for Sherbin, trying to get a shot inside, as it is easily scooped up by Chris Zarelli of the Terriers here. As we are currently knotted, for those of you just tuning in, at a 0-0 game. A very, very close game. The battle of the ages here. The Western Mass Class A champions, West Side Terriers versus the reigning Western Mass Class B champions, the Pope Francis Cardinals. Play. Walsh trying to get the pass over for Boston Lozier. Lozier upended on the play, though, as he is sent down hard to the ground. Pope Francis with some good ozone time, though, so far here. And as we look here at the West Side schedule here, we have a little bit of a, one would say, a further game here there as they round off the season towards the end of their schedule versus a game versus Marblehead High School. So a trip down the other end of the state for them to round off the season. Pope Francis ending it versus the longtime rival here, Springfield Central High School here. So we'll make sure student section probably will arrive on site for that game. A big rivalry game here when it comes to a Central versus Pope game. Walsh, corner kick there as Grandmont almost had the header, but he fanned on the redirection there, as it could have been a good chance for Pope to go up 1-0 here before the close of halftime here. But 14 minutes now remaining in regulation of the first half. Goaltender Chris Zarelli back with the goal kick. Zarelli, punt up to the 50-yard line. Trying to make something happen here. Fitzgerald. A little bit of a burst of speed. Back to Boston Lozier. Lozier trying to keep it in play. Lozier with the header. Trying to get back for Dante Sherbin. Boxed out by West Side forward Grayson Carney. Graham all the way out to play it as he dived on the effort. I believe he may have got a piece of the ball. But a good aggressive effort there as he was short to slow down Cooper Harrington. Lozier, or Fiala back the other way. Back for Carlos Vindez, who's taken out by goaltender Chris Zarelli, and he is down on the play here. And he is slow to get up. But it was a good effort by Carlos Vindez, and he is now heading off the field here, as he will be subbed out for Dylan Chapdelaine. Goaltending kick all the way out by Zarelli to the 30-yard line, and Fialo down on the play again here, as we have seen two Cardinals down so far, as we are unsure what happened here. With the kick here at the 30-yard line, a good chance. Izmir Isik, a good chance to put Westside up, as this shot, though, is sailed high and wide out of play. So something here, West Side forwards, certainly with the power to get the distance. The question is now getting the shots on net here. Because once they solve that problem and they find the median, it will be all home for them, and Pope Francis will have to dig themselves out of a very, very deep hole. Headed down out of the play by Ivan Kuznetsov. Sherbin, throw up for Matt Walsh. Walsh looking to get something going upfield. Back for Dante Sherbin. Sherbin back for Fitzgerald. Pressured hard on by Grayson Carney. Lozier trying to make a play happen there. West side forward Jason Piacentini sneaks by him. Looking for an inside lane, though, and taking down on the play Braden Barker. Shep Delane, though, quick with the pressure on. As this ball is sent out of play. And this will be a west side kick-in. Ball upfield for Izmir Isik. Trying to get the ball into the middle of the net, though, as Walsh upended on the play there. Pass up for Shep Delane. West side now getting a couple of subs onto the field. As we will see, Renandu, Eckelberg, and Bolduck. Wyatt Bolduck seeing the field for the first time this half. With 10 minutes remaining in the opening half of play here. The reigning Western Mass B champions versus the reigning Western Mass A champions. Who will win, as we are currently, for those of you just tuning in, 0-0 the tie. Opportunities both ways. Max Graham, stellar performance in net so far. Pope Francis, not many shots on net, but the scoring opportunities certainly are there. So we could very well see a high-scoring game here once both teams get on to their scoring streak. Lozier send the ball out of play, and I believe official will rule on subs for Pope Francis. As we see Martowski and Carlos Vindez, as well as Vinny Sleeper head back onto the field. Sherbin with a throw-in. Looking upfield for Matt Walsh. Walsh, the header in the midfield, trying to block by Carlos Vindez. Martowski taps it forward. Christian Barker sending it up. Fitzgerald back for Graham. Sophomore goaltender Max Graham. Upfield. Looking for Matt Walsh. Walsh with could be a burst of speed. Trying to move to the middle. Walsh can't find the inside lane for Lozier as the pass was a little bit off. Fiala with the header. Looking to get it going forward. West side looking to work it back inward. Barker. Upfield. For brother Braden Barker. Looking upfield. West side arguing the call here, thinking it could have been out on Pope Francis, though, as Ivan Kuznetsov not happy with the call. Dante Sherbin throw in, looking for Boston Lozier. Pass all the way out in front, deflected in by Wyatt Bolduck. Vinny Sleeper coming back the other way. Sleeper taking down the play, though, as this will result in Pope possession. 8 minutes now remaining in the opening half. 0-0 the score so far. With the header going forward. Vinny Sleeper, though, first to pressure the ball, as it'll be sent out of play by West Side. As we have a kick here coming from corner. West side looking to get pressure back in. Fiala with a good effort to get it out. West side looking to turn things around. Martowski. Walsh up and on the play there. West side looking to get a long, low kick in, but it's sent just wide of the net by Jason Piacentini. As Boston Lagier heading off the field now for a sub in. Max Graham with the goal kick now, nearing the 6-minute mark of the first half. Vindes takes down, I believe it was senior defenseman Christian Barker on the play, and he is down and still on the ground. Kick here now for Michael Zarelli. Has the length in on net. Bialis will head that one out to the side. As this will be a throw-in by Terriers forward Lucas Cruz, freshman forward, with the throw-in. Cruz to the middle of the net. Graham all the way out to catch it. And a good stop made once again by Max Graham. I believe his 7th or 8th save here. Terriers looking to get it back upfield. As Martowski up into west side forward. Going to get that ball upfield. 4:25 now remaining in regulation. Grandmont, a little bit of pressure here, taking down the play. She will not get a call. Grandmont still looking to make way into the middle of the net as this ball is cleared out of harm's way by Michael Zarelli. Grandmont still again with it, looking upfield for Matt Walsh. Walsh trying to make a play out into the middle as he is nearly taken out there in the middle of the zone. So Matt Walsh will get the corner kick here. So another opportunity for Walsh to get a good corner kick here. Get something going for Pope Francis. Walsh looking inside. Save made, though, by Chris Zarelli of the Terriers. Both goaltenders, both ways, coming up big for their teams here. As Zarelli with 6 saves so far, and Graham with 8. West Side, though, looking to make a way in, and oh my, what a flop here by forward Ivan Kuznetsov toward the front of the net, and West Side in a little bit of disbelief that it didn't get called, but right call made by the officials. As goaltender Max Graham will get the kick for Pope Francis. So Graham with the kick now out to the 50-yard line. Up for Grandmont. Grandmont heads the ball off for Vinny Sleeper. Looking for Matt Walsh, far side. Walsh, step back, looking to make something happen upfield. Kuznetsov trying to get the pass back up. Over for Eckelberg. Eckelberg looking inside. Bialis heads it to the middle. Back over for Matt Walsh. Walsh looking to give it off for Vindes, who's upended on the plays. That ball is sent well out of play. Grandmont looking to do something with it now. Gives off for Vindes. Vindes has Walsh over to the far side. Taken out of play, though. And this will be a West Side throw-in as we near the final minute of regulation here in the opening half. Grandmont looking to keep it in. Grandmont throw-in. Trying to find Carlos Vindes, who's tripped up on the play again. As Michael Zarelli will not be getting the kick here. Final minute of regulation here in the opening half. 0-0 the score for those of you just tuning in. Vinny Sleeper with the header up the halfway point. Step inside, though. Caleb Eckelberg going back the way. Good defensive play there made by Dante Sherbin. On one, but Sherbin with a good defensive step up here. Time winding down here. 25 seconds on the clock. We do have running time here. So the Terriers might wind this down. As play is stopped, and I believe we have a timeout taken by Westside. So we'll step aside, ladies and gentlemen. 19 seconds remaining in the opening half. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Champions play here, live on Pope Prep. For West Side forward Caleb Eckelberg. Eckelberg with the shot in on net as this is sent behind. Clock running now, 10 seconds. West Side will have to work quick. Final 8 seconds. Running all the way to the side, Michael Zarelli looking to get the shot off. 3 seconds and 1. And it does not beat the buzzer as it is cleared out of harm's way. So 0-0 the score here as we will step aside. And coming up, ladies and gentlemen, the Cardinal halftime. We'll break down what we saw and what we hope to see in the upcoming half. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, live here on Pope Prep. Eh, test, test. And we welcome you to the Cardinal halftime, ladies and gentlemen, where we are currently knotted at a 0-0 tie here between the reigning Class A Western Mass champions, the West Side Terriers, and the current Western Mass Class B champions, the Pope Francis Cardinals. Both ways, Pope Francis has had a good start as far as offensive zone opportunities. Not as many shots on goal, though, as the Terriers. Terriers continuing to pepper sophomore goaltender Max Graham, but he has stood as a brick wall so far in net for the Cardinals. Graham currently with 8 saves under his belt, and senior goaltender Chris Zarelli with 6. Things that we might look for here in the second half for a little bit of a change here. Pope Francis has some good scoring opportunities. A little less shots on goal. I have a feeling if they can dial that in, they could very well find themselves up 1, if not tying this game, if they find themselves down. Westside has had the opportunities, but they have not. The shots have had the power and the length. Unfortunately, the accuracy is a little lacking here for the Terriers. So something that they got to dial in here, especially at the 40-yard line, as we have seen. Senior defenseman Michael Zarelli with a very powerful kick, but unable to get a shot on net, or rather only able to get one shot on net so far from the 40-yard line. And a player like him, if you give him the opportunity, he will get the shot on net, and if you crash people to the net, it could end up going in the back of your net. So certainly something Pope Francis has to pay attention to, but also something that Westside could look to take advantage of here. So as time winds down here, we will conclude the Cardinal halftime as 2:40 away from the start of the second half of the first of 2 games here for family night at Pope Francis. Stay tuned when we come back, the second half of the boys versus Westside. welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we are set and underway here for the second half of play here between the Pope Francis Cardinals and the visiting Westside Terriers. Give you a little bit of a rundown what we saw so far during the Cardinal halftime here. As we said before, the first of two games that we have here. Family night here, neon theme for the students section as they are set to arrive on site here for the boys and girls game when the lights come out tonight. But so far we have had an action-packed thriller so far, regardless of the score, at 0-0 apiece. Action going back and forth both ways. Westside looking to make a little move to the inside here to start things off. Vindes, though, taking down the play once again, as Martowski will leave the kickoff for Braden Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald looking upfield, trying to find Martowski. Martowski upended by Westside forward Christian Barker. Barker looking to make something happen for the Terriers. Back the other way, Vinny Sleeper looking to shut him down. Martowski taking down the play, as Westside will come out with possession here. As this will be a kick by Izmir Isik. So Isik with the kick, 2 minutes into regulation. Has the length as it was Westside forward, I believe. Jason Piacentini looking to get a deflection off the far end. Max Graham out to play it now for Pope Francis. Ball looking to get headed in. Westside looking to come back the other way. Izmir Isik dancing with it now for the Terriers. Inside shot as this is on net, but an easy save once again made by Max Graham. So Graham coming up big here for the Cardinals. He's made 9 of 9 saves so far for Pope Francis. May have missed one. It could be 10. I do apologize here, trying to keep track of the goaltender saves and commentate at the same time. A little bit trickier. Jadis, though, taken down on the play, as this will be Pope possession. Fitzgerald with the kick here. 36 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Fitzgerald looking far side of the field for Grandmont. Trying to head it in the offensive zone for Pope there. Ivan Kuznetsov looking to send it back up. Evan Bialis will tap this one back to Max Graham. Graham upfield. Trying to find Grandmont. Upended there on the back half, though. Westside will look to come back the other way. Jason Piacentini trying to leave the pass off over for Christian Barker. Good play there to get the ball going forward. Martowski taken down on the play. As this will be Westside possession here. So Michael Zarelli again with the kick here. Out to the middle. Getting a deflection, though, as Dante Sherman clears it far out of harm's way. So again, I believe another kick here, or rather a throw-in. As Sherman with the header out. Fialo looking to get this upfield, though. Pressure on the ball. Nate Renandu. Martowski upfield looking for Matt Walsh. Walsh trying to pressure on Teddy Piacentini. Walsh coming back the other way, trying to make a play happen, though. Pushed out of bounds. Izmir Isik. Pass up for Renand. Vindez looking inside, trying to find Walsh. Westside will take it back now. Christian Barker, going over. Pope with some good offensive zone pressure here. Pass up by Caleb Eckelberg. Westside, Ivan Kuznetsov with a good sliding play here. Trying to get it open to the middle. No one there, though, for the Terriers. A good play made by Kuznetsov. Westside still with possession. Izmir Isik will pass it back for Caleb Eckelberg. Looking inside. Jadis will head it back to the 40-yard line. Fitzgerald having to leave the pass back off over for Max Graham. Graham all the way out to the 40-yard line. Vindas trying to get a header on the play. Westside back the other way. Izmir Isik trying to make a move to the middle. Upended by Vinny Sleeper. Sleeper looking to get things going up the far side of the wall. But it would not go. Throw in now for the Terriers. As Sleeper looking to take it back into his own D zone. But once again sent back out of play. Dante Sherman with the throw in. Trying to get the pass up over from Matt Walsh. Westside though will regain possession. As it was Kuznetsov. Looking close side. Back for Isik. Isik looking middle, trying to make a move and create a lane. Around one defenseman, trying to get the shot and fired off. Max Graham, though, with another stellar performance and a stellar save here, as that will be his 10th save of the night. Graham all the way out to the 50-yard line. Walsh trying to get a little redirect going forward. Matt Walsh takes down Jason Piacentini on the play. Piacentini looking middle for Isik. Izmir Isik down by Grandmont. Passing up for Vinny Sleeper. Pressure on the ball by Connor Ritchie. Grandmont still trying to get it up field. Gavin Grandmont looking forward, though, as it is scooped up, though, by goaltender Christian Zarelli. Terriers trying to get something going back up, though, as Kuznetsov taken down on the play. And off along the sidelines, we see Jackson Colano looking to get back into the game for the Cardinals here. 31 minutes remaining in regulation. Pass all the way out here, headed out by Bialis. Jadis looking to clear the ball. Fialo upfield, trying to find Carlos Vindez before it's kept in by Teddy Piacentini. Jadis again with the ball, trying to get it up for Pope Francis as he'll take it all the way. Up for Martowski. Martowski looking to get an inside lane. Upended, though, by a West Side defender, Christian Barker. Throw in here, Grandmont. Well, a good physical effort there on the sideline for Christian Renandu. Throw in now for the Terriers. Barker looking inside, trying to find Izmir Isik. West side again along the far side. Ivan Kuznetsov. Trying to work his way along the low side of the field. I believe this could be a corner kick by the Terriers. Yes, it will be. Izmir Isik looking to make his way to the far corner. They stick with the corner kick, headed out though, and cleared out by Pope Francis. Martowski looking upfield, trying to find Walsh or Fialo. Ball sent back into play though by Terriers. That one is sent well out of play. Almost went into one of the mini nets along the far side. Ball now thrown in. Christian Baker looking upfield for Nate Renandu. Baker looking inside, passing off to brother Brandon Barker, rather. Piacentini looking over for Christian Barker. Barker up and in by Grandmont. Grandmont looking to make way with it and get it upfield. Little miscommunication there by Jodis and Grandmont. Will go in favor of the Cardinals, though. Or rather, no, it will go in favor of West Side, as the official did rule initially for Pope possession. Jodis with the throw-in. Looking upfield, trying to find Vindez. Instead, West Side looking to come back the other way with it now. Fialo looking inside. As Fitzgerald will kick this over to Evan Bialis. Bialis with a little step back. Back for Braden Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald leaving it off for Jodis. Jodis back for Fitzgerald. Braden Fitzgerald looking to get a ball upfield for Matt Walsh. West Side, though, will deflect it out of harm's way. 26:35 remaining now in regulation. Andrew Jodis looking to get it upfield. As a pass off over for Jackson Colano. Carlos Vindez looking to make a move inside for Gavin Grandmont, but Westside will take it back the other way. Izmir Isik getting the pass over for Piacentini. Paul Pierre lacking on the offensive zone pressure here, but they have done a good job on the defensive side of things so far, though. Westside coming back the other way. Kuznetsov upended on the play by Bialis. Bialis looking up forward for Carlos Vindez. Vindez upfield for Matt Walsh, who I believe was called offsides. And what could have been a near partial break. Matt Walsh called offsides. Pass up forward. I believe this one will be called offsides again on West Side this time. As we look to see Aiden Zendoff to the sidelines. 2 goals from the last game under his belt, as he looks to come in for relief for Carlos Vindez. as we have a little bit of a huddle here from the Pope players. Time stopped at 25:29. As this will be West Side forward Caleb Eckelberg heading off of the field. For Ismail Isik, trying to get the ball up. Abandoned by Pope Francis defenseman Dante Sherbin. Zenda looking to get it up for Walsh. Walsh sends it back for Dante Sherbin. Sherbin looking up for Fialo. Can't find the ball there. So West Side trying to send it back into the Pope O zone, though. Matt Walsh looking to make way upfield. Aiden Zenda comes out with the ball. 2 goals on the season for him. Far side for Gavin Grandmont. Grandmont pass picked off by Christian Barker.
I'm gonna take this for a little bit.
Zarelli pass back up for Christian Barker. Barker looking to make way upfield. Taking down the play. Pope Francis can't believe the call. As this could be an indirect kick here in favor of the Terriers if Pope is not careful. Ball sent off. Evan Bialis heads it out of harm's way. Terriers will have to reset back with Nick Kuznetsov. Long distance shot here. Easily save made by Max Graham for his 11th stop of the night. Cardinals right now getting outshot 11-6. Have not seen a shot on goal so far for Pope Francis this half, as it has been centrally controlled by the West Side Terriers. As Martowski heading onto the field for Grandmont now. Jadis. Pass back in for Matt Walsh. Walsh, Martowski. Trying to get something going back for Walsh. Fialo. Upfield looking for Colano, who's upended on the play. Won't get the call, though. West Side will come back the other way. Braden Barker. Barker looking upfield. He has a pass off for Piacentini. Piacentini for Isik. Isik, far side. Looking to find Cooper Harrington. Harrington still with it now. Trying to make a lane. Get a shot on net possibly as this ball is sent out of play. Max Graham now, goal kick, 22-20 remaining in regulation here. Sherbin, pass back up field. Walsh looking to take it back. Ismail Isik comes out with it for West Side. Piacentini with room, stumbles there though. The 20-yard line, good block there by Braden Fitzgerald. As both teams staying in this game here so far. A 0-0 tie. The defending Class B champs and the defending Class A champs at a standstill so far. No one has drawn first blood so far. Corner kick here now coming for Ismail Isik. Looking at the pass out to the middle, headed out by Jackson Colano. West Side looking to get the ball back into play, but this is ruled out. And I believe this could be an indirect kick. Yes, it will be. So Jason Piacentini set for the indirect kick. Or rather, no, it was not Piacentini. It was Brandon Barker. A throw off there off the crossbar twice. It was beaten. Graham got beaten twice. Westside could not cash it in. A double crossbar hit. It was Baker from the 30-yard line. Pass now looking to get inside as Piacentini up in on a play looking for a call. Graham all the way out to play with a good aggressive play for stop number 12 on the night, and Westside continuing to put the pressure on Pope Francis. I think now if you're Coach Mark Richards, you got to start thinking about taking what could be your timeout here. Because if not, you could find yourself down here 1-0, what could be the game's only goal here with 20 minutes remaining in the second half. And this has been all West Side in this second half so far. Zero offensive zone capability for Pope Francis, and that is something they have got to turn around soon. Matt Walsh trying to get a pass far side of the field for Martowski. Pass picked off, though, by Christian Barker. Barker upfield looking for Teddy Piacentini. Pope looking to keep the ball back in. Boston Lozier. Lozier with a kick. Aiden Zenda. Back for Fialo. Back for Walsh. Back for Zenda looking to find Martowski. A good passing sequence there. Westside trying to come back the other way with it now. Jadis. Good defensive play. I believe this will be in the favor of Westside.
I have no idea.
Shot here. Graham all the way out to play it. As this shot is sailed high and wide of the net. Celebrate.
It's not hockey.
Not scoring the OT. Pick it up. Zenda looking to get a burst of speed. I believe, though, it is called offsides. Michael Zarelli on the defensive side. Pope Francis looking to get play back upfield here. 17:31 remaining in regulation. 0-0 Pope Francis and Westside. The Class A versus the Class B champions. Who will fall in this battle of the greats here? Again, first of two games here so far. Aiden Zenda looking to keep the ball in. Jackson Colano. Good defensive play there. Boston Lozier back on the play. Izmir Isik looking to get something going for the Terriers. So Izmir Isik with the throw-in. Over for forward Grayson Carney. Ball headed out of harm's way. Up for Aiden Zenda. Zenda. Far side pass looking to find Martowski before it's picked off by Christian Barker. West side looking to get upfield now. Kuznetsov. Or rather, Carney. Ball sent out of play, though. As there's a good D-zone effort from Bialis and Jadis. So Graham will throw the ball over to the far side for Andrew Jadis. Andrew Jadis with the throw-in, looking for Carlos Vindes, who's taken down on the play. Christian Barker coming back the other way. He's down for Piacentini. Piacentini back for Barker, back for Jadis, who tried to break the play up. Terriers looking to get something going. Shot there low made by Caleb Eckelberg. It may have been Graham that caught a piece of it. And that has kept him in this game and his team here. As Max Graham now with 13 straight saves. Max Graham kick up field. Grandmont looking to get something going for Pope Francis as he turns the other way, stealing the ball from Izmir Isik. Good sliding play there, though, made by Michael Zarelli. As we have a sub, Christian Fiala coming onto the field for Jackson Colano. Pass looking upfield for Westside forward Nate Renandu. As this ball is sent out of play, and Izmir Isik will get the throw in for the Terriers. Fiala looking to get a play going upfield now. 13:50 remaining in regulation. Matt Walsh. Upfield for Vindes, who turned the ball over for Brandon Barker. Ball sent back for Matt Walsh. Walsh over for Martowski. Martarski has Vindes cutting middle. Vindes looking to get a pass off to the middle, but can't get anything going there. Good sliding defensive play made by Andrew Jadis. And Westside will have to regroup with the ball now. Throwing now, Martowski immediately sending it back out of the zone. Throw in by Christian Barker. Batted down by Nate Renandu. Renandu trying to fire a shot inside. Bialis set to kick it out, though. Deflected by Jason Piacentini. Ball sent far side. Looking for Cooper Harrington. Oh, it is sent out of play. So upcoming on the schedule, as we said, the first of two games here. Girls soccer set to take on Westfield. Kickoff is set for 6:45 here at Pope Francis. The first of two games. Tuesday, boys soccer versus East Long Meadow. Wednesday, girls soccer versus South Hadley. And those will be the two games for the week, for the upcoming week. Andrew Jadis again with a good defensive play here, as they have really stepped up here at Cardinals on the defensive side. But unfortunately, it is maybe too little too late here, as Pope Francis has just had zero offensive ability here in this second half. Westside has really shut them down and dialed down the defensive game here and turned this into a zero-chance, zero-scoring opportunity for Pope Francis. And if you're Pope Francis, that's something you've got to take into account very, very soon with only 11 minutes left in this game. Sleeper, upfield, Vindez looking for the pass. Piacentini unable to get it. Vindez looking to bounce on the opportunity, and senior goaltender Chris Zarelli is forced to send the ball far and wide out of play. Christian Barker. The throw-in for the Terriers here. Jadis trying to get it up for Matt Walsh. Martowski trying to get it off. Sleeper trying to get a defensive play going back for Pope Francis. Nate Renandu looking back upfield. Renand, far side, over for Cooper Harrington. As this ball is called offsides. Fitzgerald upfield looking for Vindez. Ball sent back in favor of Westside. Grandmont upended on the play. Sleeper as well upended on the play by Jason Piacentini. Piacentini with a good, strong presence here. Matt Walsh, good indirect kicks, easy save made there by Chris Zarelli of the Terriers here, as that is the first shot on goal for Pope Francis this half. Bialis upended on the play. Harrington looking to get it upfield. As freshman Dylan Shep-Delane will head onto the field for sophomore Jonathan Martowski. Throw in here for the Terriers. Harrington looking middle. Easy save, though, once again. Made by Max Graham as he continues to rack up the saves here, as we are not a 2-for-1 ratio for Graham to Zarelli for saves. 14-7 shots on goal in favor of the Terriers. Vindez with the header looking over for Matt Walsh. Colano upfield trying to find Shep-Delane. Upended on the play there, though. West side looking to come back the other way. Braden Barker. Barker looking middle. Finds Sebi DiCarlo. Jadis upfield. Pass broken up by Christian Barker. Barker looking over for Renandu. Spin move there by Brandon Barker. Trying to get a play going forward. Renandu back up forward. Jadis taking down the play. As Westside throw in here coming from Christian Barker. Leaves the tap pass off for Jason Piacentini. Back for Barker, back for Piacentini. Piacentini looking to make a move to the inside. Graham all the way out to plate. A good diving save again made there by Max Graham, as he has put this Pope Francis team on his back so far with 15 consecutive saves. And Max Graham with a stellar performance in net here on the defensive side. Nothing to be ashamed of for him, as we now near the 6-minute mark in regulation here. 0-0 the score, as Izmir Isik takes the corner kick. Isik looking inside, trying to go far for the header for Ivan Kuznetsov. .550 now remaining in regulation. Graham with the goal kick. 15-7 shots on goal in favor of the Terriers. Max Graham with the kick, trying to find Martowski upfield. Martowski and Sebi DiCarlo both taking down the play. Ball sent into the far middle, looking over for Gavin Gramont. Gramont looking to get some offensive pressure going here. Gramont far side shot off the outside post. But nonetheless, there's a good offensive rush here for Pope as we near the 5-minute mark of regulation. Ball sent upfield by Chris Zarelli. Zarelli, we're going to get a deflection off. Bialis will send it out of harm's way, looking upfield for Colano. Christian Barker looking upfield. Vindez, chance for a burst of speed, trying to make a pass to the middle. Find Walsh. Walsh couldn't leave the pass off for Colano. Gramont, though, as it is Brandon Barker making spin moves and plays upfield. Pope trying to get shots off quick here. Piacentini, pass inside. Bialis will sky this one out to the 50-yard line before to send back in play. With a very, very aggressive effort out to play it, as he now knots down 16 saves on the night. Ball punted all the way down. Zarelli. Upfield for Izmir Isik. Isik looking far side for Piacentini. Piacentini finds Sabol. Shot blocked there by Jadis as he makes a good aggressive dive to keep it out of harm's way. And now Andrew Jadis is down on the field. And he may be hurt here. So with 3:20 remaining, we'll step aside briefly as 0-0 the score so far on Pope Prep. Remaining in regulation here. Score 0-0 for those of you just tuning in. Shots on goal 16-7 in favor of Westside. Max Graham, stellar performance in net so far. Dante Sherbin will take the throw in now for Pope Francis. Looking upfield, trying to get Gavin Gramont. Westside with what they probably should have had as possession. But regardless, it will rule in favor of Pope Francis. Sherbin Upfield, looking for Walsh. Walsh trying to get the pass upfield for Champlain. Throw in now by Christian Barker. Barker upfield for Brandon Barker, brother to brother pass. Carlos Vendez up for Evan Bialis, looking far side again for DeChamplain. Champlain looking for Sleeper. Sleeper now takes it back for the Cardinals. 2:34 remaining in regulation. Lozier looking inside, taking down the play is DeChamplain. Inside for Matt Walsh. Walsh with what could be a burst of speed here. Shot blocked, though. Colano looking over the far side, trying to find Gavin Grandmont. Ball kept in, though, by Dante Sherman. Deflected out by West Side Terrier defenseman Sebi DiCarlo. As Aiden Zenda will now come in as relief for Maratowski with 2:02 remaining in regulation. And now 2-minute mark, and we're on official time, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we are. Oh, we're not? Okay. As we have an indirect kick here coming for Matt Walsh. So Walsh with a good chance here to get Pope Francis on the board. Walsh indirect kick headed out. Dante Sherman looking to keep it in. 1:25 remaining in regulation. West Side looking to get upfield. Nate Renandu. Renandu looking up. Sent out by Evan Bialis. Good aggressive defense here for Pope Francis. West Side trying to kill a little time here. As it will be Caleb Eckelberg with the throw-in. Eckelberg, this could have a chance to get on net, but once again, Max Graham square to the ball and making the save. For his 17th save of the night. Pope Francis looking to get things going back the other way. 33 seconds now remaining in regulation. West Side looking to get something going back upfield. Ball sent out of play now. 23 seconds remaining. West Side will have to work quick here. As play is stopped at the 21-6 marker as Pope Francis is taking a timeout. So we'll step aside, ladies and gentlemen. With 21 seconds remaining in regulation. Stay tuned when we come back. The remainder of regulation. So with 21.6 on the clock here, Caleb Eckelberg set to take the throw in for West Side with a good run in. Shot to the middle. Bialis will send it up. Brandon Barker, good defensive play here. Grandmont looking to clear it out. Walsh trying to sky out to the side as this will go out of bounds. And the clock will not stop as it is now ticking down. As Eckelberg looking to make the play inside, Grandmont will sky this out. And we will end at a 0-0 tie, ladies and gentlemen. Good effort by both teams, both ways. But that's the way this game ends, at a 0-0 tie. So coming up, ladies and gentlemen, the second game of the evening, where we will have the Pope Francis girls team taking on Westfield High. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, and be sure to tune in for the second game of Family Night here live on Pope Prep.